Guys, what's going on? It's Kygo1324 up here today with a little bit of a game, thoughts on a game or review, whatever you want to call this. I've just finished this moment, completed the story to Arslan, Warriors of Legend. Now, it's a game that's based on an anime called The Heroic Legend of Arslan, and obviously this version of the game is basically a Warriors game, so like Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors, that kind of thing. Now, I haven't watched the anime personally, but what I can safely say is that I think it does follow the anime quite well. And from what I've seen in this game, the anime sort of is like a medieval type anime, with sort of, it's similar to maybe like the War of the Roses type thing, with two different armies worshipping different gods and, you know, big battles, that kind of thing. And the game, obviously, the story in this game, you follow the main character of Arslan and his basic, his rise again, trying to bring back his empire, that sort of thing. From playing the game, I can safely say that would I want to watch the anime? Maybe I would like to watch the anime. It seems like a cool anime. Personally, I haven't watched it, so I can't really give you my opinion on whether or not the game does follow the anime quite well. But from what I can tell, the game seems to input a lot of the anime into it. Now, I'm in two minds about this game. I'll let you know what I did enjoy about it. Now, the story mode about this game is quite, it's a good length. It's about between an 8 to 10 hour long game, which is quite short for a Warriors game, because some Warriors games are quite long. But this game, obviously, it feels like it is a fun game. It has good graphics, nice sort of cell shaded, well, not cell shaded, sort of like anime style graphics, and the cutscenes with the anime just look, it is exactly out of the anime, which I believe this anime is made by the same person who made Full Metal Alchemist, which is considered to be quite a well-known anime, one that I haven't watched either, but I don't watch too much anime. Now, the game itself, there are some good things and there's some bad things. So the unique things about this Warriors game, what's unique to this game, is there's sort of like a skill card thing where you choose your card between each character, and they give you little bonuses. There's sort of like a recipe thing you can do. There's this thing called rush attacks where you find an area and you basically just charge in with loads of infantry or cavalry. That's pretty cool. It isn't new. It has been used in some games, but it does feel pretty cool to see it in that game. The game does make you feel like a bit of a badass. It is, true to the Warriors genre in the sense that it is one versus all kind of thing. This game does have some unique elements in that sense. And another cool thing is this weapon art type thing. You instead of having loads of characters with different weapons, each character has a variety of weapons you can unlock, and they can switch between them, and you can change what sort of combos you can do with the weapon. So a weapon might have an element or something like that, and it will change sort of the moves you can do with the characters. So instead of having loads of characters that are similar, each character does feel quite unique actually in that vein. So I'll give it that. One thing I will say about this game is there's so many cutscenes in this game. It felt like I was watching more of an anime than actually playing a game. I don't have an issue with cutscenes in games, but for me, a cutscene should be something that might be 5-10 minutes long, and then you play the game for a good length before you get to the next cutscene. This game has like cutscene after like everything. Like after you've done a mission, there's a cutscene. In between missions, there's a cutscene. Sometimes you have 3 cutscenes before you do a mission. And one thing I will say is that the missions are over really quickly. You could speed run this game quite fast if you wanted to. So that sort of annoyed me. It was cool to watch it, sort of thing. I was interested in it, and it was a pretty fun experience. It's cool to have finished a Warriors game again. And like I said, this game isn't overly expensive. I got it for £12, so you can find this game quite cheap. It is also on PS4. I know that much. Don't know about PC. I assume so, but I could be wrong. Is it a welcomed addition into the Warriors game? Yes, it does do quite well in a Warriors game, in the sense that you are, you know, a badass going around killing loads and loads of enemies. It's sort of one of those animes that games that follows the anime quite well, at least what I can tell. It does make me sort of want to go and watch the anime, sort of, but I might get round to it. Maybe I don't, maybe I will. Overall, guys, I was quite pleased with this game, but you know, there were some disappointing things about it. This game doesn't have a lot of replayer value. One thing about Warriors games is that they normally have a story mode, a free mode where you can go back and do missions that you've already done with characters, and they normally have like another mode where you can a unique mode to that game. This doesn't have that. It only has the story and the a free mode, so you can go back and do the missions, but play as whatever character you want and stuff like that if you want to. I personally won't be, just because I've finished the game now, and you know, the free mode for me just doesn't seem like, you know, I'm doing the same missions I've already done, so there's nothing new to experience, except you may play as, there's two characters in this, well, there's one, I think there's like 2 extra characters you get from completing the story mode that you don't play as in the story mode, and they're 2 of the main villains in the game, but that's it. So there's not really a lot of unlockable things in the game in that sense. You unlock pretty much everything from the story mode anyway. And there might be some things from the free mode you can do. I might be wrong. I might give free mode a try in the future and see and have a look. But overall, I was impressed with the game, but I felt like this game could have had more. The ending of this game does leave it open to sequel. Because it sort of ends on a cliffhanger. Well, not a cliffhanger so much, more so, you know, there could be a next part. And I don't know if we will see a sequel to this game. Maybe, but I don't think it's in high demand. Obviously, Koei Tecmo are working on Dynasty Warriors 9, which is coming out soon. And that game is obviously one that I'm gonna have to get. But overall, I enjoyed this game. It's a fun little experience if you've got if you're into Warriors games, but you want to try something a bit more different that is based on an anime. Try this one out. It's relatively cheap, it's fun, but if you're looking for a game that you want a Warriors game with, you know, lots of characters and lots of missions and stuff, this one really isn't for you. It's more of a shorter one, which is kind of interesting to see, because most Warriors games have so much replay value and so much hours to put in. This one just doesn't feel like it's worth putting a lot of hours into after you've done the campaign anyway. One thing I will say is kind of weird is that the game's puts you on easy mode no matter what, at least to my knowledge, for doing the story mode. Now, for me, that's not an issue, because I normally do easy, then I'll go back and do the harder difficulties, which is common with Warrior games, because you do it on easy and then you go on the harder difficulties once you've leveled your character up to balance out the sort of difficulty between dying and having a powerful character kind of thing. But yeah, overall, I felt this game was okay. I'll give this game a 7 out of 10. Not my highest rating, not my lowest. It's got good graphics, lots of combos. You can do some awesome combos in this game, killing loads of enemies. It is true to the Warriors genre in that sense, but it just feels like you're watching more of the anime than playing a game, at least in the story mode. So I felt this game could have had more characters in it and had a different mode other than just free mode. Overall, fun little game, worth checking out if you're a fan of the Warrior series or if you're a fan of the anime. But other than that, it's not really for everyone, so I understand. But yeah, I thought I'd do this little video today because tomorrow I'm going to my mum's, so I'll be at my mum's for the weekend. But I'll try and do some videos with my brother. I might do some videos of us playing Cards Against Humanity, and maybe even do some videos of me and my brother playing Overwatch or my retro part. Maybe not Overwatch, so I'm not taking my capture card down. I'll see. We'll see how things go, but I'm gonna just chill out for a little bit and maybe play some Overwatch with Ryan soon. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like and feel free to comment below. Let me know if you want some more reviews, thoughts on games, kind of thing. And of course, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already and join the family. So 7 out of 10 for Arslan Warriors of Legend. I'd recommend it to a fan of Warriors games or the anime. Other than that, it's one that you could pass on, but overly an okay, good. You know, it's a good game. Just felt like there could have been more. So have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye bye.